Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial, and I know how much you guys love my tutorials. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Alex. I am owner of Smith's Signature Prints, where I sell apparel and so much more. I also take you behind the scenes of my small business and show you smart, budget-friendly tips to help you get started with your small business. So without further ado, let's get started. So this was a highly requested video ever since I posted it on all my social media platforms, and all I want to say is thank you so much for all your love and support. If you are new to Canva or designing period, all of my videos are beginner friendly, so no worries, no small business owner left behind. Okay, so in this video, we'll be making some front and back custom t-shirt tag labels. Again, this was a highly requested video, and if you are new to Canva, no worries. I'm going to break this down as simply as possible. So this is what you'll look like if you're just opening up Canva. And let me just exit out of this here in the corner. So what you want to do for my t-shirt tags, it is a 2.2 by 3.5. So what you're going to go is come up here and create a new design, and you're going to click on custom size. And it's already listed here, but you would just change the units to inches and just type in 2.2. Go back, hit number lock, 2.2 by 3.5, and then hit create design. All right. So now that you have your size already generated, you're going to go ahead. Now at this point, you should already have your logos and kind of the theme of your business already created. If you don't, I will create another video on how to maybe generate a logo if you're just not a creative person, and things of that nature. So as far as my theme, I'm more butterflies and flowers. So I have custom card coasters, custom motivational magnet backings, free sticker backings. All of my theme, if you can tell, is around. It looks the same. Everything's uniform. Even my thank you card has pink in it, even my scratch for a gift. So all of these right here, I will actually do in a separate video. If I explain all of this in this one video, this video will be like over an hour long, and I know you guys have things to do in the day, so I'm not going to do that. So as you can tell, I already have my logo for my my website, which is pretty much whatever your logo is. It needs to be across all platforms, your social medias, your website, everything. So as you can see here, Smith Signature Prints is listed here, and of course my launch date is May 1st. So this is my website currently because I'm still working on my mock-ups and what I want to actually sell. And I'm going to just copy my logo and I'm going to paste it here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to use the elements feature over here on the left hand side and type in whatever you want to type in, and it's going to provide you with some stickers and different photos, and you can kind of play around with everything. So since I have flowers right here, let's try something different just for you guys. Let's do butterflies. Let's see what I can find for butterflies. Okay, they got some cute one. I want it to be very simple, something like this, but I feel like that it doesn't have enough detail in it, so we're gonna take that out. You can change your t-shirt tags per season. So this is more, this is like my normal one. So since we're in spring, let's make something like bright and pretty. Um, let's make something bright and pretty. So let's choose, let me see. Or you could just keep the same flower, to be honest. You can keep the same flower right here. So I'm going to type in flower. And the flower that I typically use is this one right here. And you can always click on the three little dots. If it has a collection, it'll be listed here. But I always click magical or magic recommendations because it stays within the same category, and you can kind of choose whichever flowers or butterflies that you really would like. I love these flowers here, but it wouldn't look too great on my t-shirt tag, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and make these as small as possible. As far as here, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 across, so that's what I'm going to do is angle these 9 across. Let me see. to, and I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to change the color once I'm done. And then I want to highlight all of these, and then I want to click on the three dots, and I want to hit align elements. And you want to be able to space it evenly. The option is not there, so let me just add it over a little bit so it's within the frame. And let's highlight again to see if it's, yeah, see, space evenly, tidy up. All right. So now we're going to highlight these again. We're going to duplicate. And we're going to use this little swirl here, and we're going to rotate you 90 degrees, and we're going to slide you over. And then we're going to probably add a few more flowers here until it gets all the way to the bottom. And since how it's coming off, you want to just scoot it up into the screen, and then you want to highlight all, hit the three dots again, and you want to space evenly, tidy it up. Now you have a corner of your t-shirt tag already created. We're going to just duplicate this here, and we're going to drag it over here to the side. Now, when you do that, when you duplicate, you see how the flower on the edge is closer to here, and this one, it's like a big of a, it's like a little gap right here. So how to fix that, you're going to highlight, and you're going to flip vertically. So now it matches on each side. Now we're going to highlight the top. We're going to duplicate. We're going to drag you all the way to the bottom. Now we may not need all of those, so let me just delete that. We only need the middle pieces here since we already have the 4. So we're going to duplicate, bring you down right there. That looks good. I'm going to bring those down just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. I like that. That looks really pretty. So just to kind of match the theme for this one is more of like a hot pink, because I took the color from my color theme here. Let's do like a purple for this one. So I'm going to highlight one of these. Actually, I probably should have did the colors first. So give me a second. Let me go through. I should have changed the color because now I have to change the color of all of these. So I'm going to speed this up so you guys don't have to wait. So I'm going to show you one, and then I'm going to change all the colors. So you're going to highlight this. I think I'm going to choose for the middle. I want a little lighter than that. Let me see. That's pretty. So let's do a dark in the middle. Okay, I'm feeling that. I like that. So I'm going to take this color all the way around for you guys. So I went ahead and let me just center this a little bit better. Okay, so I'm very happy with this. I really like how this came out. But again, like I said, go off of your theme, use the element feature, go through and, choose whatever you can. This is where your creativity will take hold. Like, be creative, like, do your own little thing. So now, since we got the front of the tag created, we're going to open up another page. So hit add page right here. So now it's the same size, same page. So now what we're going to do is create the washing instructions. Now, you can use the same washing instructions. I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't care, you using the same, template is that I'm showing you guys that I created. I don't mind because I'm here to help you start your small business or elevate your small business, take your business to the next level. I do not mind. I know some people are like, well, don't copy off me or don't do what I do. Do what I do, honey. If you like it, do it. I don't care. So what we're going to do now, this font was actually downloaded from Creative Fabrica called Barbie Kawaii. I love this font. This is my font that I use on my website as well. So this is like my go-to font. So for this, what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to the regular design. We're going to hit this text button right here. We're going to hit add a subheading, and we're going to type in washing instructions. And I'm going to go ahead and change the font to my Barbie kawaii. All right. If you guys want to know how to add fonts, like I said, I don't want to, this video is going to be very, very long if I try to add everything. So I'm just going to stick with what I'm trying to teach you today. If you guys want me to show you how to add fonts into Canva or where I get my fonts, just leave me a comment down below. I don't mind. But I kind of like to break these up in videos because, like I said, if I try to do everything in one video, you're going to be here all freaking day. You're going to need a break to watch my videos. So we're going to stretch out washing instructions. And as far as here, I like to add a little border around my washing instructions. So how you do that is that you're going to highlight up here in effects, click on outline, and then this is where you change the colors. Okay, now what color did I choose here? This is really light. Let me see what palettes. FFA 5F0. Let me see here. So I'm going to put FFA 5, what is it, 580? Look, I'm saying it like if you guys are here. Oh, that's wrong, honey. That is the wrong color. I'm just going to copy it like this. Let's just be smart and copy. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste. Okay, so that's the right color. So now this feature right here, or this little line, it controls the thickness of the color you just chose, the outlining. Now, as far as my thickness goes, I have it at 77. So I'm going to type in 77. I just feel like that's the perfect consistency. So let me just, and now this is a rule of thumb. So since you have the flowers as your border, you do not want your washing instructions all the way up here. Because if you cut right here, you may cut off part of the washing. So just to be safe, I like to bring it on down to about right there. I want to say, yeah, it's a good little size right there. And you can bring it from side to side, but just leave a little space between, the outline. So let me I'm going to say right there to right there. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to add another subheading. And now we're going to go ahead and type in, the instructions you want it to. Now, this could be to your preference or what kind of vinyl or what kind of shirt you're selling. Every vinyl's different. Every washing instructions may be different, but they're pretty much the same. These are pretty standard when it comes to your washing instructions that you would get on a regular shirt that you would buy out the store. So I have wash inside out, machine wash in cold water, do not bleach, do not dry clean, iron inside out, tumble dry on low heat, always wash whites and colored separately, and thank you. So for this, I'm just going to copy this. This is self-explanatory. Copy, delete, but this is how you would add a text. You would add a sub and then you would just start typing. So I'm going to hit paste. I already have it. And you want to align that kind of right here because we're going to add our purple up under here. Matter of fact, I'm not going to change it pink. I think I'm going to do the same color up here. I'm going to change that around. So let me see what color I have for this purple. What is the code? So I'm going to copy, go back to my washing instruction, hit effect, click on colors, click on the plus, and paste. I like that. I like that. So now I'm going to take my flowers. I'm going to copy a little portion of my flowers and I'm going to, actually, I'm not going to copy my flowers. I'm going to duplicate just one of them because I'm going to make them very, very, very small across the bottom of my washing instructions. So right here, and I'm going to keep duplicating and it's going to stay within the same line or it'll try to stay evenly. But of course, we're going to space evenly anyway. Highlight, 3 dots. It says it's spaced evenly, but something looks a little off. Let me just slide that over and let it do it again. Space evenly, tidy up. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, let's right there just to make sure it's a little, that's good. Okay. So, the font that I'm using for the wash inside out is called Angridier Wide. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. And then this I just put in bold. So that's the font. for that. Next, we want to add a little thank you or a little touch at the bottom. Thank you for supporting my small business, or thank you so much. You can even put your website here at the bottom. You can do whatever you want on your t-shirt tag cards. A lot of people kind of rip them off, but people who follow you and they see how much time you put into these small little elements, they may flip it over just to like take a look, to be honest. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like everything needs to be aesthetically pleasing, especially when you're doing a small business. You want to be remembered from your customer. So I always like to put thank you, because every sale counts. Everything. Just show you're appreciative. So how I get the thank you. Now you don't have to type in the thank you. You can go over to Elements and type in thank you, and you can pick any one of these. You could choose this one, but like I said, that doesn't match the aesthetics. This is the one that I use right here. You could choose this one. Thank you. We're trying to work smarter, not harder, okay? Not in 2025, honey. Not in 2025. So you can use whichever one. Thank you. I don't like the boldness of it. I always like a script when it comes to thank you. So the one that I use, like I said, is this one. Thank you. And I put it right there, and I just stretch this out. I want to say right here. That's good. Is that the right thank you that I use? It is. And then I take 2 of the flowers. I'm going to duplicate. And I'm going to bring this one on down. And I'm going to align it side by side. You can probably make this a little smaller, like right there. And just put it on each side. Just like I said, be creative. And if you like this template, I don't mind you doing your thank you or washing tags just like this, But I always say, just be creative, and, you never know what you may create if you just give it a try. And that's it. So now here comes the fun part, which is how to get the front and back on one sheet of paper. So now what I like to do, I am using an Apple. So once I get this, I like to save it. So I'm going to put washing instructions. I'm going to put purple next to it so I know. And I'm going to hit save. Now that we have all of our tags created, we're going to download this and put this on an 8x11 sheet of paper. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit share, hit download, make sure it's a PNG. You don't want it to be transparent. You want it to have the white background, and hit download. All right, washing instruction purple, save. And then we're going to just open Show in Finder, which is right here. I'm going to double click to unzip, which is here. Open it up. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to the 3 dots at the top, and we're going to click Home, and we're going to click on a new design. This time we're going to click 8.5 by 11, which is a standard sheet of paper. And if you want me to do it in here, we're going to do 8.5 by 11, hit Create Design. Now we have a sheet of paper. Now you can fit around 9 tags on a sheet of paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our files here, and we're going to drag and drop the front and the back. Okay, let's hit add a page, and we're going to delete. Only reason why I drag both of them here, because they're going to automatically be uploaded in your uploads file over here in the left hand side. So we're just going to stick with this one for now. So when it first loads up into your 8x5, it's going to be a different size, right? So you want to make sure you bring it back down to the size that you need, which is a 2.2. Was it 2.2 by 3.5? Okay. And we're going to align 9 of these on a sheet of paper. You want to get as many as you can, as tight as you can on one sheet of paper. Don't have it all the way at the top. Don't have it all the way to the border. Leave space from the top and the bottom. So right around here is good. Duplicate, duplicate. And then we can align these a little better. See how it's hanging off a little bit? So let's move this up just a tad bit, like that. Right there. I feel like that's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that's right. Let's eyeline that. Okay. So now that we have 9 front tags on one sheet of paper, I'm going to exit out of there. We're going to duplicate this. Okay. Now we're going to create the back tag. So we're going to go over to uploads. We're going to download the back tag, and we're going to align the back tags right on top of the square of the front tag. So just to make sure you're aligning this correctly, what I like to do is change the background color of the paper. So you're going to click on the white parts section here, click on the color, change to black. So now that you know how you're aligning, and make sure you're within a line. So you're going to stay. You're going to drag this on down to 2.2 to 3.5 and make sure it's like right on top of there. And you're going to do that for all of these. Okay. You just keep doing it. We're going to delete the ones from behind it in just a second, but this is how we're going to make sure that when we print front and back that they're right on top of each other and nothing is incorrectly placed. So let me see here. Boom. Make sure that's perfect. Oh, duplicate. Perfect. Okay. So now we need to delete all of the front tags from behind the back tag. So we're going to go up here and click on position, and we're going to locate all of the front tags, which is the last few here. So we're going to select and hold down shift and select each one. Those are all your back tags. Okay. And then we're going to click on the little 3 dots and we're going to hit delete. Now we're going to change the background back to white. Okay, so now your front tags and your back tags are going to align perfectly when we flip the paper over. So now that we have this, we're going to go over here and we're going to save this. I'm going to save this as purple washing instructions because we're going to open this up in a browser and then we're going to go ahead and print. So I'm going to hit save. All right, so I'm going to go down to Google Chrome. And we're going to go ahead and open up Canva right here. And it should be, make sure I'm still within, and it still should be, I'm going to minimize that. It still should be the first page right here. I know it's still loading it up because we just saved it, but just double click on this and it should be right here. All right, so now we're on the browser. Let's keep trying to. Okay, so now we're on a browser. I'm going to exit out of that. We're going to go up here. Now, I like to download these separately. It's just easier for me. You could download them as a zip file and print them out however you please, but this is the way I do it. So, So I hit share, download, PDF print, and we're going to go down to pages and we're going to click just the first page only and hit download. All right, so we have the first page downloaded. We're going to do it again. We're going to hit share, download, PDF print, and now we're going to click the second page only the second page. Done, download. Now all of your downloads will go up here because I am using Chrome. So I'm going to double click, I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to click again, double click, open that up. So now we have front and back. Now I always like to print the front one first, then flip, and then print the back. Now you could do the back, flip the front, however you would like to do it. This is just the way I do it. So let's go ahead and load up the printer. And then I will, but before I load the printer, let's go over the print settings. So I keep my print settings, making sure I click the right thing. I go down to print use and I just keep everything the same. Like I'm printing on regular paper. Now you can change the quality. It's going to be on normal. You can do best. I always like to keep plain paper and then best, which is fine. Or you can just click print and it's just going to print out however. If you change the quality of things, some of these are going to come out darker, some are going to come out more vibrant, some are going to come out a little bit lighter. So just make sure whatever you're printing your branding cards in, they're in the same print setting so everything looks the same. So let's go ahead and load up the printer. So I am using my Eco Tank Epson 2800, and this is the cardstock that I always typically would use, is the Astro Bright 65-pound cardstock. I like to print around 3 at a time. So I load the printer up, turn you on. Okay, so this next step is very important. So you see how everything printed out. So what you want to do is flip them around this way. Then take the paper and flip it this way. Okay, and then you're going to load it back. All right, so everything came out perfectly from front and back. So we have the Smith signature prints. And then when we flip it, we have our washing instructions on the front and the back, okay? So now I use this paper trimmer to get a more accurate trim. So this takes some time. So when you're cutting, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit for you guys. There we go. So when you're cutting, you want to stay outside of the flowers as much as possible, but yet not leaving enough white to where it looks crazy. So for example, this one right here, leave enough white on the outside so you're not cutting off part of the wash. This is the one where I did it too tall. So let me get a better example. Okay, this is a better example. So when you're cutting the flowers, you want to make sure you stay outside of the, leave a little white on the outside so that you're not clipping off part of the washing instructions, okay? So I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these out and then show you the finishing results. Everyone, so they came out super cute. I love the colors. So I plan to match the tags to whatever glitter color the customer chooses, but these came out really cute. Everything is aligned perfectly on the front and on the back. But this concludes the tutorial for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know everyone was pretty much asking me about these t-shirt tags, and here is the video. If you really enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions about the video that you just seen today.